Have you ever stopped to think about why God allowed you to face such a complicated relationship with your mother? At first glance, this may seem unfair and even cruel. It is normal to feel anger or sadness in the face of situations that hurt us. But today, I want to invite you to look beyond the wounds. God has a greater purpose for each of us. And the challenges we face are not punishments, but rather opportunities for growth and transformation. The truth is that, for those who are chosen, pain can be a powerful tool. Every tear you have shed and every conflict you have faced are part of a refining process that God uses to prepare you for something grand. Just as a diamond is formed under pressure, our difficult experiences can shape and strengthen us in ways we never imagined. In this video, we will explore 5 reasons that God reveals through challenging family relationships. We will understand how these experiences, no matter how painful, can make us unbreakable. You are not alone on this journey. Many of us have gone through similar situations and found strength and hope in the midst of pain. It is important to remember that each of us has a role to play in this world. The difficulties we face can teach us valuable lessons about resilience, love, and forgiveness. By looking at our experiences with a new perspective, we can discover that they are, in fact, part of the divine plan that God has for us. So, before we continue, I would like to ask you to follow our channel. By subscribing, you join a community of people seeking to understand and live out God's purpose in their lives. Together, we can share experiences, learn from one another, and support each other on this journey of faith and transformation. Let's move forward and discover the reasons that God has for us. When we look at our family relationships, especially those that are complicated, it is easy to feel that we are being punished or that life is unfair. Often, the pain we feel regarding a difficult mother or family conflicts can leave us confused and discouraged. However, even in the most challenging situations, God has a hidden purpose. He allows these experiences to happen to teach us valuable lessons that we would not otherwise learn. The Bible reminds us that all things work together for the good of those who love God. Romans 8:28. This passage is a powerful reminder that, even when we cannot see the good in our difficulties, God is working in our lives. He is shaping our character and preparing us for what is to come. Every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth, and this is especially true in family relationships. When we talk about toxic relationships, it is important to recognize that they can be painful and exhausting. A mother who does not offer the support and love we need can leave us with deep wounds. However, these experiences can teach us resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties and adapt to new situations. By facing conflicts and challenges, we learn to rise up, to strengthen ourselves, and to move forward, even when life knocks us down. Furthermore, difficult relationships teach us patience. Patience is a virtue that is often cultivated in the midst of suffering. When we deal with a mother who may be critical or demanding, we are challenged to find ways to respond with love and understanding instead of reactivity. This practice helps us develop a kinder and more compassionate heart, not only toward others, but also toward ourselves. Another important aspect we learn in challenging family relationships is unconditional love. Unconditional love is one that does not depend on the actions or behaviors of the other. It is a love that extends even when we are hurt or disappointed. By learning to love unconditionally, even amid conflicts, we are drawing closer to the heart of God. He loves us regardless of our shortcomings and calls us to do the same with others. These qualities, resilience, patience, and unconditional love, are essential to fulfilling the purpose that God has for us. Each of us was created with a unique purpose, and the experiences we go through, even the most difficult ones, are part of that divine plan. God uses our struggles to prepare us for what He has in store for us. Sometimes, this means we need to go through a process of purification, just as gold is refined by fire. When we think about the process of refining gold, we can see a powerful analogy. Gold is placed in high temperatures to remove impurities and reveal its true beauty. Similarly, God places us in challenging situations to purify us and prepare us to shine in our true potential. The difficulties we face can be seen as a fire that shapes and transforms us, allowing the beauty of who we truly are to come forth. It is also important to remember that, as we deal with toxic relationships, we are not alone. God is with us every step of the way. He gives us strength and courage to face challenges and guides us toward healing. Sometimes, this may mean seeking external help, such as therapy or counseling, to deal with the emotional wounds that arise from these relationships. There is no shame in seeking support. In fact, it is a sign of strength and wisdom. As we reflect on the hidden purpose in our family relationships, we can begin to see these experiences in a new light. Instead of focusing solely on the pain, we can start to seek the lessons that God is teaching us. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow from this? These questions can help us shift our perspective and find meaning amid suffering. Sometimes the hidden purpose may simply be the ability to help others who are going through similar experiences. When we overcome our own struggles, we can become a source of support and encouragement for those who are still fighting. Our story of overcoming can inspire others to find hope and strength in their own difficulties. The process of healing and growth takes time. There is no set timeline for when we should feel better or when we should have overcome our experiences. Each of us has our own pace, and that is perfectly normal. The important thing is to keep moving toward healing, trusting that God is working in our lives, even when we cannot see it. Challenging family relationships, although painful, have a hidden purpose that can teach us valuable lessons. God uses these experiences to shape us, teaching us resilience, patience, and unconditional love. As we face these challenges, we can discover the beauty that arises from pain and become stronger and closer to the divine purpose He has for us. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. God is with you, guiding and supporting you every step of the way. The first reason, God separates you to protect your essence. The relationship we have with our mothers can be one of the most complex and challenging that we face. Often, this connection is marked by conflicts, misunderstandings, and even pain. If you feel an emotional or physical distance from your mother, know that this is not a coincidence. God allows this separation because He recognizes that certain influences can limit the potential He has placed in you. Imagine a plant growing in infertile soil. Even though it has the capacity to become a majestic tree, the inadequate conditions prevent it from flourishing. Similarly, God, in His wisdom, may allow you to distance yourself from toxic family cycles so that you can grow in a healthier and more fertile environment. This separation can be painful, but it is a form of protection. It is an invitation for you to seek a space where you can fully develop, away from influences that do not reflect true love. Understanding this reason can be challenging, especially when we are immersed in the pain of separation. Often we may feel guilty or even ashamed for not being able to maintain a close relationship with our mother. However, it is important to remember that God has a greater plan. He desires for you to grow freely, without the shackles of family patterns that can be harmful. This freedom is essential for you to discover who you truly are and what purpose He has for your life. Separation does not mean that you do not love your mother, or that you do not wish the best for her. Instead, It is an act of self-love and self-care. By distancing yourself from unhealthy situations, you are allowing yourself to heal and strengthen. This journey can be difficult, but it is a necessary step to free yourself from cycles that do not serve your well-being. God wants you to become the best version of yourself. He sees the potential within you and desires for you to realize it. When you distance yourself from negative influences, you make room for new opportunities and healthy relationships to enter your life. It's as if you are preparing to receive the blessings that God has reserved for you. Moreover, this separation can be an opportunity for you to reconnect with yourself. Often in toxic relationships, we lose sight of who we are and what we truly want. By stepping away, you can begin to rediscover your passions, dreams, and true aspirations. This journey of self-discovery is fundamental for you to live a full and meaningful life. It is also important to remember that this separation is not a sign of weakness, but rather of strength. Recognizing that you need space to grow is an act of courage. You are allowing yourself to seek an environment that favors your development and well-being. This decision can inspire others around you to also seek emotional and spiritual health. God is always by your side, guiding and supporting you at every step of this journey. He understands the pain you may be feeling and is ready to offer comfort and strength. By trusting in God and His plan, you can find peace even amid separation. Remember that this phase is temporary, and with time, you will be able to look back and see how this distance was essential for your growth. Finally, as you reflect on this first reason, remember that separation is an opportunity for protection and growth. God desires for you to flourish in a healthy environment, away from influences that do not reflect true love. By distancing yourself from toxic cycles, you are allowing yourself to live fully and discover the purpose He has for you. This journey may be challenging, but it is also an opportunity for transformation and renewal. Trust that God is with you, guiding your steps and preparing the way for a bright future. The second reason, discomfort pushes you toward purpose. Growing up amid toxic family dynamics can be an extremely painful experience. Often, we feel trapped in situations that seem to have no way out, and discomfort becomes a constant in our lives. However, it is important to understand that this discomfort is not just a burden. It can be a powerful engine of transformation. It is this discomfort that pushes us out of our comfort zone and challenges us to seek answers. When we face difficulties in our family relationships, we are forced to look within ourselves. This process of self-analysis can be uncomfortable, but it is essential for our growth. When we confront pain, we begin to question what we really want and who we want to be. This questioning is the first step to breaking patterns that no longer serve us. It is an invitation to explore new possibilities and forge a different path. As God's chosen ones, we have a special calling. We were created to create something extraordinary, to break cycles and transform lives. The discomfort we feel is, in fact, a sign that we are being prepared for something greater. God allows us to face these difficulties so that we can discover our inner strength. Often we do not know what we are capable of until we are challenged to confront our limitations. This process of discovery can be revealing. As we face discomfort, we begin to realize that we have internal resources we did not know existed. Resilience, courage, and determination start to emerge. Each challenge overcome becomes proof that we are stronger than we think. This inner strength is what propels us toward the divine purpose that God has for us. Discomfort also teaches us to value what truly matters. When we are in difficult situations, we learn to appreciate the small things in life and to cultivate healthy relationships. This new perspective helps us connect with people who support and encourage us on our journey. As we distance ourselves from toxic dynamics, we make room for new and positive influences to enter our lives. Moreover, discomfort prepares us to help others. When we overcome our own struggles, we become more empathetic and understanding of the suffering of others. This empathy empowers us to be agents of change in the lives of other people. We can use our experiences to inspire and support those going through similar situations. Thus, the discomfort we face transforms into a source of strength, not only for ourselves, but also for those around us. It is important to remember that discomfort is not a sign that we are on the wrong path. In fact, it is an indication that we are growing. God is shaping us and preparing us for what is to come. By accepting this truth, we can find peace even amid pain. Discomfort is a natural part of the journey, and by embracing it, we become stronger and more aligned with divine purpose. Therefore, the next time you feel uncomfortable in your life, remember that this may be a sign that you are about to take an important step towards your purpose. God is with you, guiding your steps and helping you discover the strength that already exists within you. Discomfort is the fuel that propels you toward the extraordinary life He has planned for you. The third reason: your scars are your strength. The emotional wounds we carry often make us feel vulnerable and insecure. It is common to think that these scars are signs of weakness, but the truth is that they represent the strength we have within us. Every pain we face, every challenge overcome, becomes a brick in the construction of a resilient character. God transforms our pain into purpose and uses our scars as powerful testimonies to inspire others. When we look at our scars, it is easy to focus on the painful experiences that left us marks. However, it is essential to change this perspective. Instead of seeing scars as symbols of suffering, we can view them as marks of overcoming. Each scar tells a story of struggle and resilience. They remind us that, despite difficulties, we manage to rise and move forward. This is proof that we are stronger than we imagine. The Bible teaches us that He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147, verse 3. This passage is a reminder that God is always present in our lives, even in the most difficult moments. He not only acknowledges our pain, but also deeply cares about our well-being. By surrendering our wounds to Him, we find healing and renewal. God transforms our painful experiences into opportunities for growth and learning. When we begin to see our scars as symbols of victory, we can perceive the beauty that can arise from pain. Each scar is a reminder that we faced challenges and managed to overcome them. They teach us to be more empathetic and understanding toward others. When we encounter someone going through a similar situation, we can connect more deeply, offering support and understanding. Our scars make us more human and help us build meaningful relationships. Moreover, by sharing our stories of overcoming, we can inspire others to find strength in their own struggles. Often, people feel alone in their pain, but by hearing about our experiences, they may realize they are not alone. Our scars become beacons of hope, showing that it is possible to overcome difficulties and find a greater purpose in life. This connection is powerful and can transform lives. It is important to remember that healing is a process. We do not need to have all the answers or be completely healed to share our stories. Sometimes the vulnerability of admitting that we are still struggling can be the key to helping others. By being honest about our scars, we show that the healing journey is ongoing and that we all face challenges. This authenticity can create a safe space for others to share their struggles as well. Additionally, our scars teach us to value life differently. When we go through difficult experiences, we learn to appreciate the small things and cultivate gratitude. Each day becomes an opportunity to celebrate life and achievements, no matter how small. This shift in perspective helps us live more fully and meaningfully. Finally, by recognizing that your scars are your strength, you allow yourself to embrace your story and your past. You do not need to be ashamed of your experiences. Instead, you can use them as a platform to grow and help others. God is always by your side, transforming your pain into purpose and guiding you toward a future full of hope and possibilities. Remember that your scars do not define who you are, but rather the strength you possess to face life. Each one is a testament to your resilience and courage. By looking at your scars with love and acceptance, you become a living example of overcoming, showing the world that even in the most difficult situations, it is possible to find beauty and strength. Each one of us carries in our story family patterns that can be difficult to face. Often, these patterns repeat from generation to generation, creating cycles of behavior that trap and limit the potential of each family member. However, God has not called us to live bound to these cycles. He has given us the vision and courage necessary to see the toxicity that surrounds us and invites us to be agents of change. When you begin to realize that certain behaviors and family dynamics are unhealthy, this is a sign that God is working in your life. This awareness is a divine gift, as it allows you to identify what needs to be changed. By recognizing the toxicity, you become capable of saying enough. This decision is powerful and transformative. Breaking harmful cycles is not just a matter of distancing yourself from something negative. It is a conscious choice to seek a path of love and purpose. By making this decision, you are not only freeing yourself, but also paving the way for future generations to live in freedom and fullness. Imagine the impact this can have. By breaking away from patterns that no longer serve, you are creating a new legacy. This legacy is grounded in God's values, which include love, compassion, forgiveness, and hope. You become an example for your children, grandchildren, and even other family members, showing that it is possible to live differently. This change can be challenging. Often, the people around us may resist this transformation, as they are accustomed to the old patterns. However, it is important to remember that you are not alone on this journey. God is by your side, guiding and strengthening you every step of the way. He understands the difficulties you may face and is ready to offer support and encouragement. Breaking family cycles also means that you will have to deal with your own wounds and insecurities. This journey of self-discovery can be painful, but it is essential for your growth. By confronting your own limitations and fears, you become stronger and more capable of creating a healthy environment for yourself and those you love. Furthermore, by breaking away from negative patterns, you begin to cultivate healthier relationships. This may include learning to communicate more effectively, setting healthy boundaries, and practicing forgiveness. These skills are fundamental to building a life full of love and purpose. As you distance yourself from toxicity, you make room for new and positive influences to enter your life. Remember that this journey does not happen overnight. Breaking cycles is a process that requires patience and perseverance. There will be moments of doubt and difficulty, but every step you take toward change is a step toward freedom. Trust that God is with you at every stage of this process, guiding your steps and strengthening your determination. By committing to break harmful cycles, you are not only changing your own life, but also positively impacting the lives of everyone around you. You are creating a new path, a path that reflects God's values and promotes love, respect, and understanding. This is a powerful and meaningful mission, and you are called to play this role. Therefore, embrace this journey of transformation. God has called you to break cycles and create a legacy of love and purpose. By doing so, You not only free yourself, but also become a beacon of hope for those still trapped in negative patterns. You are contributing to a brighter future, not only for yourself, but for your entire family. The fifth reason: your pain has a greater purpose. The pain you have faced in your life was not just an isolated experience. It carries a much greater meaning. God is using your story to impact other lives in ways you may not yet be able to see. As His chosen one, your overcoming becomes a beacon of hope for those still trapped in similar situations. Your journey of struggle and resilience can inspire others to find strength and courage to face their own challenges. The Bible reminds us that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. Romans 8:18. This passage is a powerful reminder that, although pain may be intense and difficult to bear, it is not the end of the story. God has a plan for each of us, and that plan often involves transforming our painful experiences into something beautiful and meaningful. When you share your story of overcoming, you offer others the opportunity to see that pain can have a purpose. Many people feel alone in their struggles, believing there is no way out or hope. However, by hearing about your journey, they may realize they are not alone and that it is possible to find light even in the darkest situations. Your experience may be the key that unlocks hope in someone who is struggling to find a way. God is transforming your pain into a powerful testimony. Every tear you have shed, every battle you have faced, is being used to show others that, even in difficulties, there is redemption and a bright future. Your story can encourage those who feel trapped to believe that change is possible and that healing can happen. Moreover, by recognizing that your pain has a greater purpose, you also begin to find meaning in your own experiences. This shift in perspective can be liberating. Instead of seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances, you become an agent of transformation. You begin to understand that your struggles were not in vain, but rather part of a divine plan, aimed not only at your own healing, but also at the healing of others. Therefore, embrace your story and share it with courage. Your pain has a greater purpose, and by revealing it, you can impact lives in ways you never imagined. God is using you as an instrument of hope and transformation, showing that even in the most difficult situations, there is always a path to redemption and a future full of possibilities. You did not go through this for nothing. Every pain, every tear, and every moment of loneliness were allowed by God to shape you, strengthen you, and align you with the divine purpose He has for your life. These experiences, although challenging, are part of a greater plan that aims not only at your transformation, but also at that of many around you. Remember, you are not alone. God is with you every step of this journey, guiding and supporting you in moments of doubt and difficulty. Accepting your story as part of this greater plan is essential. By doing so, you open yourself to the possibility of using everything you have learned to inspire, transform, and lead others on the path of light. Be grateful, for you are not just a survivor of a difficult story. You are a living example of overcoming, courage, and faith. Your journey is a testimony to the power of God in action, showing that even in the darkest situations, it is possible to find hope and renewal. You are chosen, and your life has a significant impact. By sharing your story, you can touch hearts and change lives. Your experience may be the light that guides others in their own struggles, showing that pain can be transformed into purpose and that redemption is always possible. Continue to walk with faith and determination, knowing that every step you take is a step toward fulfilling the divine plan that God has for you. You are an inspiration, and your life is proof that with God, all things are possible.